Hey guys, so here's how you're going to set up your online store from your iPhone. So the very first thing that you're going to do is to go to your app store. And then from here, just search Shopify. When you're searching Shopify, this is going to come up. It's going to say Shopify e-commerce business. Now, if you haven't downloaded it on your iPhone, it's going to show up here an icon that is like a cloud with an arrow, and all you have to do is to click on that and it's going to download the app. But once you already have it downloaded, you can just click on open and it will automatically take you to the sign up and the login page. Now, if you don't have an online store with Shopify yet, you can just click on get started and then you can sign up using your Google account, your Apple account, or even your Facebook account, just whatever social media that you have or whatever service that you want to sign up with. But if you already have an account like me, we're just going to click on login. Now, once we click on login and click on continue, it's going to prompt us to log in using our email. So as you can see, I am doing this from my Safari that it automatically opened for me. I'm just going to log in with my email and then click on continue with email. Now, Shopify is going to redirect to Google and you just have to click on the account that you want to use. I am doing this process because I'm using my Gmail account. Now, after that, you can see here that it automatically took me to my Shopify dashboard. Now, I'm just going to give you a little tour for what you're going to see here. So from this side, from the top right corner, you can see here the bell icon where all of your notifications are, all of your alerts. For example, here I have my free trial notifications. Basically, all of the happenings in your store is going to come up, is going to show up there. Now, if you haven't already signed up for the premium plan or if you're not in a plan yet, you're using starter plan, you can just click on here and then you can choose whatever plan that you like. And then Shopify is going also to prompt you to have these tasks completed to get your store up and running. So you can see here that you can add your first product, you can design your online store in seconds, name your store, and review your shipping rates. Now in the bottom options, the bottom icon stands for the home, and this one, the second one is the orders. Next is the product section, and here is your more. From the more, you can see here customers, content, analytics, marketing, discounts, and settings. The customers is basically the tab where you can see all of your customers and the segments. You can check who have purchased at least once, your email subscribers, abandoned checkouts in the last 30 days. And then under content, these are the photos or whatever content that you post to promote your product or to showcase whatever your product is. Your analytics show the visualization of your performance, your product performance or your website performance over the last month, over the last week, just whatever range that you want to use. And then in your marketing section is other tools that you can use to market your products, to promote it. You can use social media and other forms of promotion. And then in the discount section, this is where you can add discounts to your products. For example, you want to have a summer sale. This is where you can do that. You can just click on the discount section. Next is the settings. Of course, in the settings, you can find everything that you want to adjust in your store. You have here your account settings, your website settings, just everything that you need to adjust. Now, in the sales channels, this is where our focus should be since we're building an online store. If you click on this online store right here, it's going to show you your online store if you already have one active. So if you are a previous user for already the Shopify, you can find your online store here. Now I'm going to take you to a little tour to this page. From the top right corner, you can see this I like icon. You can click on that and it will take you to a preview of your website, of your current website. Like you can see here my website, my store, and all of my featured products here. So I'm selling this classic cotton t-shirt for men that is currently sold out. And let's go back. You can see also here that you can customize this store from your phone and then you can manage all themes, pages, and you can also protect this with a password. Now, if you don't have an online store yet, here is what you're going to do. So first, let's go back to the home and then click on this profile. For me, it shows up MS, stands for my store. And what we're going to do is to click on this add store. Since I already have one, I'm just going to show you how you're going to add and create and set up a store. So as you can see here, I have all of my inactive stores. And then I'm going to click on this create store. Now, It's going to ask us a series of questions that is going to help Shopify to give us the tools that we need, the integrations that we need. It's going to determine if we are beginners or experts that can use complex tools. So based on our answers, it's going to give us the tools that Shopify thinks we can handle or we can manage. So if you're a complete beginner, I suggest being completely honest so you can get all of the tools and the tours of Shopify that you can get. Now, which best describes you is the first question. This helps us suggest the right onboarding. So let's just say that I'm not selling yet. So it's going to show us a complete beginner tools. Now, where would you like to sell? So would you like to sell in an online store? So this creates a fully customizable website where you can shop online, like add to cart, have a checkout button, and you can have all of the payment methods. And then you can also have an in-person, which means you have physical locations. You can also have an existing website or blog. Basically, your website is where you promote your products, and you are just using the Shopify as a checkout page. You can also choose social media and online marketplaces, which you can use with integrations, actually are mostly used with integrations when using Shopify. And if you're not sure what kind of product that you're going to sell, you can just click on I'm not sure. Now, what we're going to do is, of course, to click on an online store, since that's what I'm going to be setting up. And then what do you plan to sell? So here, you can click on whatever you think you want to sell. Like you can choose products I buy or make myself. So these are usually physical products because it requires shipping. For digital products, these are the ones that you can just download. Drop shipping products are sourced and shipped by a third party. For example, you can integrate here Alibaba.com and you can use Shopify to actually sell, to source from Alibaba and then sell in Shopify. Next is the services. You can offer services like consulting, housekeeping, coaching, and whatever. Like you can use this if you're a teacher or offering online courses. You can also use this for on-demand products, print on-demand products. Like you can also integrate it with different kinds of print on-demand services, and then you can sell from this Shopify. Now, if you're still not sure what kind of product that you are going to sell, you can just click on I'll decide later as well. But for now, just going to say that I'm going to sell digital products. And by the way, you can choose more than one. Now click on next, and then we just have to choose where our business is located. It's best to be honest because this is where usually your products are going to show up. And this is going to show where your products will be shipped from, especially if you're selling physical products. Now click on next. And you can see here, Shopify will automatically be building your store. Let's just wait for it to finish building our store. Now, as you can see, I am in my store. This is a new store that I have. And then for this tutorial, let's just follow these prompts that is going to make it so much easier for us. So in setting up our store, the very first thing that we're going to do is to add our first product. So from here, we can just add a product title. But for me, I'm just going to add an image first. I'm going to allow full access and then open my camera roll. So once you have chosen from your camera roll, you can see here all of the uploads that you have. And once you have uploaded it, just click on done and it will automatically be added to your product page. For example, I am selling these cutesy nails for summer. So I'm going to type in cute nails for summer. And then we can also add a product description, but I'm just going to say that this is a product description. Now hit on save. Of course, you can also edit this italics, bold, or whatever that you want. And then let's add a price. For example, I'm just going to sell this for $250, and the compare ad price should be $230. Compare ad price, I recommend that it should be lower than your price. Now, cost per item, I'm just going to say that's $230. So you can see this is our profit. And then you can also set up international pricing if you're going to sell your products internationally. And I'm just going to hit on save. Now, this is how it's going to look like. Now, you can have here sales channels, which you can add it. For me, I'm just going to let it be as online store and point of sale. You can have other variants as well. You can have another color, product certifications to standard, nail art items included for different ones. Like for here, I'm just going to add color and then these are the values. Basically, these are the types of colors that I'm going to add. Like, for example, I have here beige, I have here pink, and then blue. So my customers can check out different colors that they want. Then just hit on save. And then they have 3 choices for colors. They have 3 choices for variants. You can also add your inventory. So your inventory is basically how many products are left in your inventory. And then you have here your meta fields that are not as important as you would think, but so let's just skip on that and then hit on save. So I'm basically doing this just for the sake of adding the first product to our store. Now, as you can see here, we have checked that. Now, let's customize our online store, which is basically the point of all of this. So let's just wait for this one to load. And as you can see here, we have here our store that Shopify automatically created for us. You can see this is a shop powered by Shopify. We have here our theme settings that of course we can always customize. Now we can create or select a logo here. Let's just say that this is my logo, but if you want to, of course, download your own customized logo, just click on add images right here and upload the image that you want, just like what we did earlier when we were adding our image. So once you have your logo uploaded, just check on that and hit on done. So for example, this is my logo. And then you can just click on, of course, save. You can also add some app embeds. Basically, these are the integrations that you have with your products. And then here, you can have your actions. Like you can undo things. You can have your theme settings like we have opened earlier. Let's just allow some cookies for this one. Just allow. So we can fully have our editor. Just allow everything. So this is our website. Now, if we're going to access the different parts of our website, just click on this one, the password with the down arrow. And here you can see all of the pages that we have. For example, we have here the home page. So we're currently in our home page, right? And then we have our product section as well. Right here. Here you can see the products that we are selling. So the product that we added earlier has been automatically added to our online store. As you can see here, this is the cute nails for summer that we created earlier. So you can see it is still sold out because we haven't updated it. And this is the PayPal, which is the payment method that you can use. And then let's check out the cart section. And this is our cart. So this is what your customers will see once they have added products to their carts. Okay, so now that you have your online store set up, you can just click on exit. And so you can see we have already customized our online store as well. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is to name our store. So let's click on name your store. And then let's add a store name. So let's just say that this is the nail art section since my first product is all about nails. You can add your store phone number here. So let's just invent something that we can add if that even gets saved. Okay. Now you have saved it. You can now see here in your general settings, your store details, your store defaults, your order ID, order processing, your brand assets. You can also see here your resources like changelog, Shopify help center. If you ever encounter a problem and you feel like you need help with an agent and hire a Shopify partner, if you need keyboard shortcuts, you can learn here, and then your store activity log. Now that we have named our store, we are now going to review our shipping rates. So in the shipping rates section, you can see here our shipping zones. So the very first thing that you can notice is the shipping zone is domestic from the Philippines. Since my store is in the Philippines, my shipping zones are also in the Philippines. You can also set up the pricing, the standard pricing for domestic shipping, for local shipping. And then you can also see here the international rates. So the standard for that is 1,100. So in order for you to add a shipping zone, or if you want to ship, for example, from the UK to Dubai and it's not added it here, you can just click on this add shipping zone in blue highlight or in blue font, and you can type here or search the countries that you want to ship to. You just have to add a zone name and then search the countries, for example, Dubai. But take note that, of course, if it is not in your shipping market yet, it's not going to be added. So if you want to add it to your markets, just click this add more countries or regions in markets. And then you can automatically add it by clicking on this add button and then search for a market name. For example, I want to set to ship to Dubai. So I'm just going to search for that. But if it's not available, let's just say I want to ship it to Chad, and then let's add a market, and it will be added to our markets. Now let's just go back and let's review our shipping rates again. Now that we have added our shipping zone, you can also edit this by clicking on this. It's like ellipsis icon. So if you want, for example, to change the rate for your shipping, you can just click on this ellipsis right beside it and then click on edit rate. Now you can change the name of this one and you can set the price. So if you don't set a price, or if it is set to 0.00, it is automatically named as free. But for example, we set it to 20. As you can see here, it is saved as 20 pesos per shipping as our standard rate. Now what we're going to do is to just save this. And once our profile is updated, we are ready to sell. Our store is finally up and running based on the standard procedure and process from Shopify that we have followed. And that is it.